And the funny thing is, I'll be completely transparent. Me and Sam were over here, like, we were like, wait, this is
Oh
the last
man,
episode of the year. Like, I didn't think it was this one. Me, I thought it
so
was the next one
Christmas
that
would
was
have
gonna be the
passed by then.
last
So Merry
one.
Christmas to all you filthy animals. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, all you filthy animals, Merry
Say that so
Christmas. But yeah,
reluctantly.
Sam, I just wanna.
But
I
yeah, we
just
forgot.
wanna,
We forgot this would be the last one. How bad?
I just wanna
It's a lot going on. There's a lot of relaxing and resting
Well,
going on.
Yo, what's up and welcome to episode 57 of the 30% podcast, hosted by yours truly, Afam, and my amazing co-host,
Mine truly.
Sam.
What's up?
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go.
Ho ho ho.
Join me.
Afam, I'm not singing.
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas.
I don't know the Christmas, all this weird popular Christmas. I like the my favorite Christmas song is the one on
Mine
Home
is
Alone.
Jingle Bells, but I only remember the spoof.
Home
Which
Al-
one from Home Alone?
Home Alone 4. The Home Alone that no one likes. That's my favorite. The one with the different kid, not Macaulay. The other kid, Alex.
Was that the one with the car?
Yeah,
The one who
that's
had
my
the toy
favorite.
car.
That's my favorite. I was watching it in February. I was like, I like that
low
movie.
key liked that
Yeah.
one. I low key liked that one. They used to show that one a lot.
Yeah,
that was 4.
Yeah, I've not really watched the other ones as much, but there's a song on there. The weather outside is frightful. That's my favorite Christmas song.
Oh,
Popular.
look at us being festive, guys.
Yuck.
Oh, look at us singing.
Yuck, I
and
can't
being
have sold out.
festive.
Christmas is such a weird. Like I think I'm jaded, bro. I honestly feel like I'm jaded. Like these guys turned a whole whether some people say it's pagan, some people say it's religious, but they turned it into shoving a fat man down our chimneys. Like what? Like
please. Oh, okay.
like what on earth? Like how did that become a thing? Like he's obese. I don't even know how he fits in chimneys. Have you seen the stomach on that guy?
Yeah,
that's White Santa, obviously.
I think he was inspired by Saint Nicholas.
Maybe Black Santa will be fit. Maybe Black Santa like he has a 6-pack.
Do you think Santa Claus is black?
I think Santa Claus. No, Santa. I mean, Saint Nicholas was a white man, right? Where Saint Nicholas was white. Santa Claus is based off Saint Nick, right? Was he from what's the country with
There's
the
he's like clovers? Nordic. Like a Nordic.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So here he is. Santa Claus is based on...
Some info for
listen,
you.
I'm reading... Guys, listen. I am reading facts about Christmas. Yes, on a music podcast.
This is crazy.
Santa Claus is based on Saint Nicholas of Myra. The history of Santa Claus dates all the way back to the 3rd century to a Turkish monk named...
Wow.
He's Turkish.
So he wasn't
named Saint Nicholas.
Interesting.
Who was famous for helping the poor and sick. Dutch immigrants eventually brought the story of the man they called Sinterklaas to New York, where his legend continued.
Okay, so he's from the Middle East.
Let me give you another fact about Christmas. Are you ready, Sam, for Christmas facts?
Oh gosh, why not, man?
Please sound more enthusiastic. Are you ready?
Why
for
not, man?
Let's go. Jingle Bells, Sam, was the first song played in space. Now, I wonder what the royalties look like for songs that are played in space.
Probably more than what Spotify is giving out, you know?
that's why when you sign these contracts, they
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
they're usually in perpetuity in all the universe
In all
and any
that's so
extra
ridiculous.
dimensions.
That's ridiculous reading that. Like
Because
that's
like could be a loophole. Like imagine if there was a loophole and then like one of these artists decides, you know what I'm gonna
the
do?
major
I'm gonna
labels have to
go
make they have to make what do you call it, to make exceptions for aliens. Like I mean they have to
because
plan. You have to like
you,
aliens are
you
not going
know
to come and
how like
exploit our music. No way.
exactly.
They
You
already
know
are
how
pretty much
like
done.
there's gonna be space tourism and stuff. Like somebody might get the brilliant idea to go and like re-record all their songs in space or
Like
some
Taylor
shit.
Swift.
And yeah, exactly. And then now no label has any either. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I don't know.
brilliant actually.
Oh yeah, but yeah, let me read you. Do you want to hear another famous fact about Christmas, Sam?
Please go ahead. Go ahead. You know what? Let me be enthusiastic. Yes, let's hear all the facts about
Co-
Christmas. All of them.
Coca-Cola played a
Coca-Cola.
big role in shaping the image of Santa. In 1931, Coca-Cola commissioned the artist Haddon Sandblom, what a name, to paint Santa Claus for the company's Christmas ads. Inspired by the 1823 poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, the artist created the warm, jolly character we all know today, complete with rosy cheeks, a white beard, and twinkling eyes.
And a terribly large gut. This is one of the reason I don't like Christmas, because honestly, to be honest with you, I believe that last one. Like every time I think of Santa, the back of my mind is Coca-Cola. Like maybe it's because of the red, but in the back of my, because
Yeah.
there's been movies,
Apparently,
ads, everything.
apparently the even the red color in terms of like related to Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Apparently, a lot of that came from the whole Coca-Cola ads.
man, that's
Apparently,
a
I've said apparently so much, but I feel like I read somewhere that the color green was actually mostly
ugh,
associated with Christmas before the
ugh,
whole Coca-Cola thing,
that doesn't
which
look
goes
right.
to show marketing
Fam,
is
whoever did that
everything.
they hijacked a whole world's what do you call it? A whole world tradition, and they've used it for Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, anyway.
But
Shout out to them.
bringing it back to music, here's my final tidbit about Christmas. But this is now bringing it back to music. Bing Crosby, who's I've just sung him. He's the guy who made "It's Beginning to Sound a Lot Like Christmas." I keep
I
on
don't even
messing
know the
up the
song,
words.
so I can't. I was going to harmonize with you, but I don't know the song. So I'm sorry.
But his classic song "White Christmas" is not only the best-selling Christmas song, but the best-selling single of all
Does it mean
time.
white like white people, or white like snow?
Snow, white like snow,
Okay.
bro.
That's
Bruh, wow,
not
way to make
that's
this
not
way to
inclusive.
make this
That's
racial.
not very inclusive. It's not very inclusive. The best-selling song.
So
That's okay.
yeah,
Wow.
single of all time. So I'm just and we've seen obviously what Mariah Carey's song "All I Want for Christmas." Finish the lyrics, please.
Is for that song to have its last round and to just be locked in a vault. They can open it after 1,000 years and resurge it,
It
but
never
I'm
will.
done.
Though.
I'm tired. I don't want to see Mariah
It never
Carey.
will.
I don't want to hear Mariah Carey. Shout out to her. This was a bag that she exploited, and it's brilliant. But bro,
So the conversation I'm trying to have is, bro, well,
try to
not
have a real
conversation.
conversation around
No,
Christmas.
not really. But like the point is, Christmas music can be a strategy, man.
Everyone is releasing like around Christmas is where the music industry gets corny, because
okay.
I don't want to see
what I'm never
R&B Christian. I don't see R&B Christmas music, bro. This is me.
What
It's
I'm not
me.
doing. What I'm not doing is listening to a Christmas album. Like, miss me with that.
Yeah,
like,
and everyone is releasing. Yeah, it's just and then lo-fi Christmas,
no
and it's just like
thanks.
there's just so
I think
much. Man.
Brandy released an album.
Yeah.
I know Chris Brown has released Christmas things in the past. Bruh, I'm not trying to. But if a song hits, like if it's just one song and I listen to it and it's fire.
But you see
I'm
the one by, what did you say his name was? Neil something. Like that one seems like it's not. It doesn't.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh my bad. It doesn't sound like a gimmick. It sounds like it's part of Christmas now. Like it's a song that's part of Christmas, even though it's a song. But all these others,
that's
bro.
also playing on nostalgia, though. Like, because is it like some of these guys? I don't know. Like, because we've heard that song. It's beginning to look. We've heard it so much.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like
It
Christmas.
feels like Christmas.
You know. Sorry, but this is a deep question. But like, if you ever do end up having children, will you give them that like magical, like believing in Santa, like this is Christmas?
Absolutely not. I'm not going.
What?
Here's the thing, and I've given. Trust me, I've given this enough thought. I am not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remove the tradition of Christmas, but they're not going to. I'm not going to make my children believe that overnight Santa is going to come in. And we have to leave them cookies and such whatnot. That's, first of all, that's not an African tradition. No one is leaving out cookies and milk for nobody.
Okay.
If someone comes down the chimney, we are going crazy. That's theft. That's not.
So you're telling your kids, if there's somebody in the chimney, call the police.
Exactly. This is not something you start Instagramming or doing what now. There's someone in the chimney, grab something and start whacking those feet until it goes back up, because we're not doing that. But no, I think
don't sit.
I'm going to tell them. I mean, if Santa is still around, then like, why am I saying that? Like, I'm going to have kids in 300 years. If he's still around, then I mean, you can't ignore it. They're going to see a big-bellied man around with a white beard. Like, I'm going to tell them, who is that? Yeah. Oh, that's Santa. Who is Santa? This is me. I'm going to visit a killjoy. He's based off Saint Nicholas. Remember what you read just now?
Oh my!
That's
You're
me.
reading that to your kids?
Yeah, 2-year-old child is going to get a speech from me about Santa. Wow. I'm not even kidding. Like, no, we're not doing this whole.
Imagine our approaches are so different. If I ever have kids, I think I'm gonna really try and curate that feeling for them that I used to have. Like,
okay, I get that. Recreate that feeling.
It's dope. Yeah. Let them live in the delusion that
let them live in the delusion. No, no.
It's cool, bro. You're a kid. Like, just enjoy. Just
man.
And then also, I feel like that realization when kids learn that Santa Claus is not real, right?
That's heartbreak.
I think that's. It is, but I think that's an important thing for them to go through.
Part of their development. Afam, come over.
Yeah, it is. It is. No, it is though.
You think
because it's part of learning how the world works and how, like, learning that you can observe things and think they're really real.
I get that.
But then, if you think more critically, like you begin to break down some of these things that you. So it's actually like a good learning, like, experience, like, because then even in further into, like, now your kid is in their 20s and they really believe in X, but they can think critically afterwards, like, maybe I wouldn't put all my belief in this one thing. But I know for your approach is also like it's the same thing, because like you're teaching them
2 years old
already,
2 years old my children are going to know that Santa is and he's a bit obese. Like, we shouldn't be striving for that. He needs to lose some weight. Why don't we have a fit Santa? Why can't Santa be an able-bodied man? The Santa that we have currently looks like he can't take 5 steps. Those reindeers, those joints are struggling.
Sam, are you body shaming right now?
I'm body shaming Santa, yes. He needs to lose weight. Have you seen his gut, bro? Saint Nick needs to get to the gym. Oh, all right. Anyway.
Guys, this has been, oh my God, we've given this guy 17 minutes of Christmas conversation. Holy hell.
Philosophical Christmas
conversation. Industry podcast where we talk about the music industry.
We talked about the music industry.
So Sam, let's talk about the music industry. Now, one thing that has been happening that has just been prominent on my timeline, based on the people I follow, is volume. Like, congratulations to every single person who got their music, like, on the show.
Those are our people. Your people. Our people.
So
all
for
our people. The podcast
I mean,
people.
those are our people, man.
The industry's people.
Okay, are you done categorizing which people belong to where?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. They're our people.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
They're our people. Afam, you're making this one code.
Okay, so 17. So this. So I'm just reading an article. Kenya shilling 17 million Kenya series Volume finally premieres on Netflix. So it's produced by renowned filmmaker Tosh Gitonga
Yeah.
of Primary Pictures, and this project stands as a testament to Tuska's commitment to fostering creativity and supporting emerging talents in the film industry.
Maybe Tusker
A
is
whooping
responsible for Santa's beer belly. Continue.
Oh my god. Anyway, a whopping 17 million was invested into this initiative, creating not just a series, but a platform for 27 emerging talents in the film industry. The series is categorized as a music drama that follows the journey of Benja, a young,
That's a
aspiring
bro.
musician
Benja.
navigating the
It's my guy.
challenges of an industry that often dismisses dreams as mere illusions.
Yeah.
As Benja confronts the harsh realities of his pursuit, Volume unfolds into a captivating tale of uncertainty that threatens to unravel his musical ambitions before they can take flight.
Benja
So I
chasing
watched like
Benjamins.
yeah. So, bro, Ati Benja chasing Benjamins. Wow, Sam, you've really taken to
That
my
was on me. That was Netflix.
bad puns. um, but yeah, I watched like a few minutes of the first episode. I didn't really finish it, but like, you watch just the intro credits. What are they called? The intro with
The
the music and
title
whatever.
cards and whatnot.
Exactly that, and the first voice you hear is Njeri, at It's Just Njeri on Instagram, and I'm just like, this is pretty cool. I think the song was worked on by Kina Cap.
Yeah.
I believe FK Beats as well. I also saw 19 said he had like credits as well. I think what's his name? Oh my god, Timmy Blanco as well
Yeah.
was on there, and I believe the intro credits were, or the intro scene was directed by Ivan Odi. And
Nice.
I was reading Cap's caption on Instagram, and it looks like Ivan Odi is the one who brought them into the fold. So I just want to shout out to um getting a placement on a TV show is what we call in the music industry sync licensing,
Yeah.
or sync just for short.
Yeah.
And that is a big deal because it is a very, very big revenue generator, especially for songwriters and producers and,
It is.
and
It
the
is.
like.
Sometimes it pays more one for what am I trying to say? It pays more in terms, like, if you compare that and streaming, like,
Yes,
there seems to be
it pays way more
yeah, there seems to be
than
more.
streaming.
You can get more from that. So that's really cool. That's
Yeah.
That's fire. That's fire.
So in
I'm
general,
happy with it.
like in general, when you're looking at the music industry, streaming generates the most
Yeah.
revenue, not for the creatives, but for the music industry.
Yeah.
But for a creative, what's gonna generate the most revenue for you as a songwriter, as a publisher, just as a musician?
Yeah.
You're gonna get most of your money through either touring or things like
Sync.
sync.
Yeah.
Like that's what's gonna give
Placements,
you like the
not
most.
necessarily album sales and
Yeah.
whatnot. Like
Yeah, exactly.
merchandise is another one. I think here locally that we don't really pay a
Merchandise
lot
is
of
another
attention
one.
to, but that's a huge
yes.
potential revenue stream also.
Exactly.
But sync is great. That's something I've been really working on getting into. I worked on 3 films this year, and like I never knew. I didn't think I could score, but when I did the scores and they were like really happy with it, I was like, all right, cool. Like, so this is something I can actually lean into.
That's something. I'm the same. The same. Like, even me, I don't think I can score. Like, I
Believe
feel like
me,
I
if you
don't
can
have the
produce, you can
ability
score.
to.
That's what I learned.
Yeah,
if you can produce,
like,
you can score.
Yeah, I have that. I'm like, bruh, like, because maybe it's because I think of just like all the movie scores, and I'm like,
and they're just very
I'm
grand and all that business. The thing is about it, if you can
Yeah.
produce, you can score. Of course, not every
Hans
single
Zimmer.
producer can score, but then I think all you need to do is have the mindset of what's the goal of this and how to translate that emotion, and that's all you need. It doesn't need to be super complicated. And then now, of course, funds come into play.
Yeah,
It's a free orchestra library versus the Hans Zimmer joints. So I don't know.
Yeah.
As you progress, I guess that's when you start getting more resources. There's obviously a difference. There's obviously a difference when you start that you don't necessarily have all the resources you need. But that's the beauty about creativity.
Yes.
You can keep it simple.
Yeah.
Scoring is really fun, man. And then also doing Foley. Foley is another thing that's like it's really interesting.
Foley is fun.
But it can get tiring, bro. Like when I was editing, just like quickly and then when I was editing Foley, I edited a 5-second foot walk and like all different sounds, and I was doing that for like 45 minutes. Maybe I'm slow, but it's so time consuming. Especially if you have to record it yourself.
It's very time consuming. I actually found there was a post I saw by Benny Blanco, the famous like producer.
Yeah.
He did a post with this guy called Josh Harmon. And Josh Harmon does a lot of Foley work on Instagram.
Yeah.
He does it especially for animation, like cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best videos I've watched this week. It was so calming.
Yeah.
Like they were basically just like
I've seen him. I've seen this guy. I follow him. I've seen him around doing
it was so fun. Like
cool.
they just make all the sounds on the spot, and I'm like, bruh, I actually want to do that at some point.
It's really fun. But it's fun if you're not under pressure. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Shout out to these guys.
Most of the time in that industry, you're always under pressure. Trust me. But like, shout out to everybody involved. Shout out to Ivan Odi. Shout out to Cap. Shout out to Njeri.
It's cool, man.
Shout out
to
Timmy Blanco. Shout out to 19. Shout out to FK Beats. I believe even who else was there? Who else had their music featured? I know there's somebody I'm forgetting, but like, it's not because I don't want to shout you out. It's just I can't remember at the moment. But shout out to all of you guys. And listen, go watch Volume. Even me, I'm going to keep up with it. Like, I just haven't had time to watch the whole thing. But go watch Volume on Netflix. The intro is actually quite compelling. So I was like, oh, this looks like it could be an interesting story. Man. Sam, do you know what else is happening in the music industry? Do you want me to tell you what else is happening in the music industry, Sam?
Tell me anyway, so let's do it.
Do you think the people want to know what's going to happen in the music industry, or what's been happening in the music industry?
20 minutes Santa talk, yeah.
This is actually what I'm doing is a delaying tactic as I look for what I want to talk about.
And I fell for it. All right.
Okay, I found it. So other big news in the music industry. African music service Mdundo and Kenya telco Safaricom have unveiled a new subscription service that will enable Kenyans to enjoy their favorite DJ mixes at 5 shillings, approximately $0.032 per day. And it goes on to say the service, which is exclusive to Safaricom customers, seeks to increase access to music content in an affordable and convenient way. Now, you can read the rest of the article in Music in Africa. It is written by Peter Choge. The article is written by Peter Choge. And in brief, what it is Mdundo are launching a service where essentially when you pay 5 shillings per day, you have access to a bunch of DJ mixes which you can listen to. So now obviously these mixes are already curated for you. My main question is, do you have access to one DJ mix when you pay the 5 shillings, or do you have access to a plethora of DJ mixes when you pay the 5 per day?
That wasn't as clear as when
I wasn't very clear
the CEO
on that.
was talking about it. That just raises, for me, it raises a lot of questions. First off, let me. I don't want to start off on like
let's start off by saying I think this is a genius.
It is.
I think this is a genius idea, and primarily because for me, one thing and one real concern is how can we shift the consumption habits of Kenyan music listeners to paid services. Now, I know that sounds weird, but like that piracy is really
piracy is a normal occurrence in.
Oh yeah, everybody pirates music, right?
Yeah. In fact, just as a by the way, there was another article like during the week as I was looking for stuff. There's an article I read about there was another bust, a piracy bust.
I saw this.
And I mean, it's going to take a concerted effort.
I get
to
it.
stop
I
it.
get it. I mean, bro, like we all used MP3 juices, MP3YE.
WAP trick.
Look at me. I don't know about WAP trick, but like,
All right, okay, all right. You tell me you had an iPhone back then. WAP trick was like heaven for game loft
no, no,
games
no,
and
no, no.
whatnot.
The WAP trick was. Let's not have a conversation about WAP trick. The people that know, they know.
No,
Anyway,
Afam, you were there being shady, weren't you?
nah. Listen. The people that know what WAP trick was
All
for.
right, my
Anyway,
bad. Clearly, I don't.
so so anyway, we've all been there. Like, bro, why would I pay for music if I
Yeah.
can get it for free? Essentially, that's where the music industry was before Spotify. We kind of talked about this in brief, but when I watched the Spotify documentary
Yeah.
on Netflix, it was the same thing. It was the fighting, torrenting, and all that stuff. That's how he had
So
the idea.
Dunda has basically they've started it now. So now it's
They're part of the solution.
yeah. So it's what this is going to do now. It's probably if the business is right and they make it part of make it a cultural thing, because I think that's another reason why streaming kicked off is Spotify became part of like a culture. So if they make it a cultural thing, just involve the culture somehow in it, I think it will give incentive to other artists now choosing Mdundo and all the stuff for streaming, which now increases the amount of music on this stuff. And if it's affordable for Kenyans, then Kenyans will use the service more and make Safaricom richer.
Because I think the genius is, okay, it's 5 shillings. Like, so somebody will be like, it's 5 shillings and I can get a DJ mix.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't mind that. That's
like 180 shillings a month.
Oh, 180, sorry. No, it's 150.
No, how many days are in your month? 5 shillings, 5 times 30 is how what my math is all wrong, bro.
I'm doing the math. Look at Sam doing the math and realizing that Afam is actually a genius at math. Thank you.
I tried to
That's not genius. I'm sorry, I'm joking.
Is it? Anyway,
yes, it is.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So anyway,
I'm so sorry. My bad.
So anyway, so you're paying 150 a month for music essentially with this model, and it opens like the customer to the idea that, I can actually pay for music. It's easier, it's less stressful. Because it's cheap. And that's what we need. We need that to start happening in the music industry. Because once the wider music industry gets a sniff of, okay, these guys are actually spending money on music, that's when we'll get a large influx of even investment into this music industry of ours. And it's through things like this, because you have to, unfortunately, we have to start shifting the consumer habits slowly by slowly. Like now, in 10 years, right? And this is not adjusting for inflation, but somebody might be comfortable paying 50 bob a day or something, which would amount to essentially 1,000. Look at math kicking our asses again.
But the thing,
that will, I mean, that's just adding a zero. It'll amount to 1,500.
Of course, by then Spotify will be 3,500 per month. So,
but adjusting for inflation not included, you see, that's around the price that you're already paying for streaming.
If you are paying for it. So,
and bro, listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest thing that's going to happen in the African music industry. When people start paying for streaming platforms, or when we have the wherewithal to do so, because it's not a very easy conversation to have. It's not straightforward, because it goes into economics and, are people making enough money to spend on leisurely things such as music? We've had that on the podcast before. But once that happens, trust me, you'll see all these guys, Universal, Sony, Warner.
Because we know how the industry is. Everyone is there. The ones that say, it's like the gold rush. Oh, there's money here. Let me dive in and all that business.
Yeah. But but you see, when they do, that's when our music industry will really scale forward. Just
because now artists will
catch up with everyone.
Artists will have more. Well, according to Mdundo, the CEO talked about. I need to get his name right. He talked about what Mdundo gives out. What did they say? 200 million annually to artists.
Yes, 200 million Kenya shillings
annually to artists. So that's, I mean, you can, whether that's big or not for you, that's us on you. But as that, and he says that that's a growth, like he's seen increase. So as that keeps growing, that means more artists.
His name is Martin Nielsen.
Hey, shout out to him.
Nielsen.
As that keeps growing, that means musicians will begin to. I mean, there's a potential to earn more, especially from Dundo,
yes,
than they would from the other aspect. Now, the whole thing is that all right. So it raises questions of how does the curation happen? Who are the DJs who are like what those are more questions.
What are the songs on the
exactly, and then
playlists?
It opens the door to the age old.
It opens a Pandora's box. Yeah, because ultimately, if somebody wants their song to
it's just like it's another avenue for payroll now and promotion and all that business.
But let's not focus on how people are going to take advantage of that whole thing. But I think for what it is, like just on the face value, it's a really dope idea. I think
it is. I'd like to see it how it works.
But also one thing I'd like them. Well, actually, I'm also moving off of very limited information because I've just seen what's like. I wasn't actually at the presser for it and stuff, so I don't know how that money is gonna trickle down to the creators, to the DJs,
and how much of it is going to trickle down to the creators.
Yeah, so we still don't have exactly those figures. But I just want to say, as an idea, I think it's a really.
It does. It gives access. It gives access gives the people access to more music. And Mdundo, what I like about Mdundo is Mdundo doesn't necessarily, like a lot of the artists who don't release their music on like popular streaming sites and all the stuff. A lot of them some of them focus on YouTube and Mdundo. So it's also going to open the door to like discovering other artists who might not necessarily be popular as much, but they definitely have numbers behind them. And we were shown some artists who we did not have a clue about. And bro, the numbers these guys are pulling is great. So yeah, that's cool. Shout out to them, man. And Safaricom always seems to be supported. Safaricom seems like they have it's part of their goals to support like Kenyan art, or to at least try that. Like they have.
I mean, it's just the way the chips. It's just the way the chips are, bro. Like, I feel like telecommunication is a big part of the music industry, especially in the African continent.
Yeah.
So, some people might see that as problematic, but I don't know. I think that's what we have to work with. And it's because honestly, they have the widest reach when it comes to the technology.
Yeah.
Everybody in Kenya is subscribed to a telecommunication service.
Exactly.
So yeah, it is what it is. But cool. Like, shout out to them. I can't wait to see what happens next.
What comes out of that?
What else was tickling your fancy in the music industry? Yeah.
Well, it's honestly the year is winding down, so a lot of people are relaxing and they're going on breaks because you can't be bothered, and we have to make sure that we make the best sort of cookies and get the best milk for Santa. So, but looking around, I don't know why I'm throwing shots at Christmas.
I was really wondering where you were going with
I'm so
this.
sorry.
Okay,
I don't know why I'm throwing shots at Santa today. I saw. I mean, there was a what do you call it? So there's going to be like a lot of end of the year parties and whatnot. So I saw one. How do you pronounce this word? Baobab.
Yeah. It's Baobab.
Yeah, the Baobab Festival is going to be in Kilifi County.
Not the Baobab, beneath the Baobab.
Beneath
the Baobab Festival.
I was so focused on getting that word right. So beneath the Baobab Festival, that's going to be from 30th December to 1st January. Yeah, so it's going to be a festival. There's a whole bunch of artists. There are like 60 artists lined up, according to them, over 60 artists lined up. There's international headliners.
Did you see any faves in the lineup?
When I was reading the lineup, I got super excited because the first thing my eyes went to was I saw like Maribu State. Maribu State is an electronic, sort of indie electronic group. And they're my second favorite band of all time. I love their music.
Wait, Sam, are you gonna go for Beneath the Baobab?
You might see me there, honestly, but no, I won't because it's not them. There's a DJ set, so someone is going to be playing their music, which is kind of a letdown.
Okay,
That's what we
okay.
let
I
down. Like
see, I see.
I was starting to think about it. But anyway, so yeah, they're going to be there. I'm super excited about that. Some names that we know. Now the thing about this list, I feel like for this list, there's of course there's more the like very electronic acts in here because that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Bruh, this listen, reading, just sorry to interrupt, but reading this list kind of showed me I'm so not tapped into this world
Yeah,
of music.
there's so
Like,
many names.
this isn't
Yeah,
my
so many
bag.
names on here. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, who like we know some like
Bro,
in the
there
EDM
was
world.
one. No, there was one name I was like, bro, I've never like I did since authentically plastic. I was like, since when was
You do
that a
have to be
thing?
authentically plastic. You can't have fake plastic. Imagine being plastic in a fake way. That doesn't sound like good music. Shout out. I don't know who.
Oh, now
I've
that I
not
think
listened to a
about
lot
it,
of these
that's a
people.
deep name.
Yeah, authentically plastic. Some interesting names on here. But I mean, there's people, and it seems like it's more. There's a lot of like the ones that we know. There's a lot of like new school people. Like I'm not seeing the likes
Do you
of.
wanna shout out some of the names?
Good. We have. Who do we have on here? Let's see. So yeah, like the likes of Bakita. We have Blocker Beats, people who we've talked about on this podcast. I think Coco M, she's a really cool DJ. Let me see who else. Hiribai, I think we've talked about. Mao from Nowhere and Lucorito, they're on there.
Baby on the Island. Baby on the Island. Can't miss
Yeah,
her.
Nyokabi
She's part of
Karaoke.
Espresso.
Nyokabi Karaoke, she was just on the Spotify Colors showcase, which is cool. Let's see. Tugi Mlamba,
DJ.
he's a sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Sorry, he's a well-known or really I would say he's pretty respected. Like he's a very good guitarist and a cool friend. Valerie Mudoni, obviously we know. So it seems like it's more.
I was gonna say
yeah,
DJ Ivy as well. I was gonna say Carnival. Carnival is fire. Carnival is KNVL. Fire producer, fire DJ.
Yeah.
Who else was I gonna shout out? That Razorman. Shout out to him. Tina Adore, and then a bunch of names that I might not be
Bruh,
too
no. I don't know who
familiar with.
Tintin is.
But
I'm sure
shout
he
out
had
to
fire
all
music
of
though.
you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's a festival. It looks like it's a huge lineup though. So I wonder how they're going to structure 30th December to 1st January. I wonder how these shows are going to be structured. It's probably going to be like quick.
They'll just have
shows.
like. Is this what do you mean? What do you mean?
I've not been out, so I don't know how. I've not been to this kind of festival, so I don't know how they work.
They might have. I think they might have multiple stages.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Usually
that kind of
that's
thing.
what they do. They'll have. Yeah, they'll have multiple stages, and then like you can be here with like this DJ, and then you can walk further, and then this and that. So like you have a lot going on at the same time.
I can just kind of like pick your vibe. That's fire, man. That's fire. Go ahead. It's fire. It looks cool. It looks cool.
Shout out to Beneath the Baobabs, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will not be under the shade of that beautiful tree.
Unfortunately, I might not be there
but
either.
Yeah,
maybe if Mari will make an appearance.
Aside from that, I don't know if there was any more.
It's the end of the year. What do you want?
Bro, listen, guys. Like any other industry, the music industry also shuts down. So like even when it comes to new music. Yeah, when it comes to new music, there was also barely any new music that came out.
A lot of Christmas themed things. Gosh.
Yeah, which it was a bit of a struggle with new music. I mean,
shout out to them. You have to.
I can just shout out Pulse Music Video Awards 2023.
Yeah.
So they've announced the nominees, and they haven't disclosed the date for the event, which is worrying because it's kind of late in the year. But
it's probably going to be next year.
are some of the these are some of the nominees. Video Vixen of the some of the categories, maybe I should say. Video Vixen of the year, male video of the year. I can read some of these. Herawani by Prince Inda, Angela by Boutros, Full Armor by Hunter the Samurai, Where Decide by Meja, Ndovuniku Khadija, and Big Fat Check by Breeder. What I wanted to say, actually, now that I read Angela Boutros, Sam, have you seen how Boutros is out there in, I believe it's Seychelles, and he has like a show out there. And bro, like he's like getting recognized on the street. Him and Musau have been posting videos of like just the interactions that they've been doing, and I'm like, bruh, this song Angela genuinely has changed their life. Like for real, like guys out there were singing Angela, like that's how they know Boutros. Like they know him through that. Like it's like, bruh, Boutros is becoming like a
Yeah, yeah.
continental star,
Man,
like
listen,
that's recognized.
it's really cool to have a hit song, bro. Like, like
It is,
I know
man.
artists don't like chasing because there's that whole I want to be pure and I want to create. But sometimes, like when hit
Yeah.
songs change, hit songs are what put people on the map, sort of. So it's not
Clearly,
your
Boutros is getting
yeah, yeah,
recognized.
yeah.
It's
Shout out
Sisha.
that's really cool though. That's cool. He's been busy. Like he's been he was in I think he was in the UK earlier. He's just
Yeah.
running around doing things. So that's fine, man.
Can't wait for his next his album that's coming out soon. Whenever it's gonna come out, will be great.
Afam, you can't do that. You can't do
No,
that. You're
but
not allowed
anyway,
to do
Sam
that.
and I are laughing because
It's an inside
wait, I can't.
inside thing.
Can I say it
No,
now? I feel
no,
like we can't say it.
no, because you just say you don't know when the project is coming out. You can't. I see now.
Okay.
Now you have to say it because I've blown.
No, I can't. No,
I've
all I'm
blown
gonna
cover.
say is Boutros has an album called Mtindo
Oh yeah,
that's
he announced
coming
it though.
out,
He was on
which
another
yeah,
podcast
he's been
announcing it.
talking about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, which is a great album. For reasons.
Yeah, could you read the other categories,
us.
please?
Yeah.
That's what we're
Anyway,
talking about.
best collaboration of the year.
Yeah.
Kaskia Vibaya should win that. I don't know if I'm reading the rest. Best group of the year. Vijana Barubaru, Mbogi Genje, Spider Clan, Wakadinali, Hat the Band. Best breakthrough video of the year. Video director of the year. TikTok challenge of the year. Oh,
Wow,
that's very
TikTok. That's
interesting.
interesting. How do you?
Best choreography of the year. I love that. I love them recognizing choreography.
Yep.
DJ of the year and vernacular song of the year, of which I don't know why Mwaki is not there. Oh, but I know Sofian Zhao is. Yeah, Sofian Zhao is in best breakthrough video of the year and best and new artist of the year. I think she's gonna win both of
Yeah.
those. She
At
should.
least the new artist of the year.
I feel
at least.
I feel bad for Kinoti because Kinoti is also in. Okay, new artist of the year. There's Princess Rachel. There's Kinoti. There's Sofian Zhao. There's Sean MMG. There's Young Pesa, and there's Vinny Flavor. And I just feel like Sofian Zhao is gonna sweep those.
Yeah, it helps. It helps to have a worldwide hit.
Bro, I was looking at her Spotify. She has like 800,000.
Wow, that's
listeners.
bro.
Honestly, do you know what I'm praying for? I'm praying. Listen, Martin Garrix is prone to like do this type of things where he wants to make music. Yeah, I'm hoping like a Martin Garrix just reaches out and is like, I want.
That would be,
bro. If she gets on a Martin Garrix song, forget about Sophia Nzao. She's out of here forever.
Yeah,
like we'll never even
no more.
Oh, please, what?
It's over for you. It's over for you, producers. She's going to take all her stuff down from
in that bracket of people who it's over for.
I know. I'm shedding a silent tear. Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm praying like a Martin Garrix just sees the talent. She even released today. We can, you know what? We can even transition into new music. There's very limited new music happening. Sophia Nzao did release. She released a song with. I need to pull this up real quick.
It's with hold up. It's called Dikioma. Dikoima. Sorry, Dikoima.
Dikoima with. How do you say that name?
Bakir.
Bakir.
Here we go.
And Eline,
bro. And Sophia Nzao.
And
yeah, I listened to it.
It's not Eline because it's not double E. It's
how do you know it's? How would you know what it's pronounced like? How would we know?
Okay, Eline.
I'll be so sorry.
That's
You're
why
probably
I'm
butchering your name
tentative.
since you pronounce it in two different ways. My bad. Pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one that you like and stick with
and
it.
Sophia Nzao.
Yeah. Actually, listen to it. I liked that. It's like I like house Afro house because there's just so many ways you can work with rhythm, and that's what makes it really interesting. So I really enjoyed it, and of course Sophia Nzao brought the sauce. So
shout out to them for that.
Yeah.
What else did you listen to, Sam?
Yeah. I last week I mentioned that I'm surprised Ethic came out of the woodworks. So they released I don't know if it's an EP or an album. It has seven.
It's a project.
A project, yeah. These days, man, who knows? It's so 7 project. Seven song project.
7
song
project.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not a huge fan of let me not say it like that, because I don't think that sounds good. But I wouldn't necessarily listen to Gengetone and that sound first. But I'm trying to open my ears up to like a lot more music, and since I'm trying to make this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
so I went and listened to the project. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. I like the song, the last one, Imeanda with Furthermore. I think Furthermore is super super dope. So yeah, there's that project. They released that was cool. There we go. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Man, what else, bro? There was not much music that came out. Let me see.
Aki, Bleach, Skin. Sorry, okay, I'm done.
I don't think
For
you are, but it's
Sam,
alright.
I'm so sorry. Sam, I am
don't think
so
you are.
sorry. I do this so much, and it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me see. Silas Piper released a song
But
called
it is a good
Manipulate.
song. It is a good song.
That's Silas is a upcoming artist, I think, which is it's cool to see. The more artists we see, the better. Listen,
Very little music came out.
it's very limited, and this list there was a lot of TZ acts on it, so it can get a little bit
this was bongo flavor. But yeah,
New
there
Music
was
Friday bongo. Kenya.
Yeah, Haini Jalishi by DJ Ma Winch,
Yeah.
Dope I Mean, Jody
there we
Fanetto,
go. Yeah.
Skinny Jean, and Groovy Joe. Shout out to them. I was looking at the cover and I was looking at the pineapples and trying to figure out who is who. Did you look at the cover?
I did. I saw that, but I didn't go so far as to try and figure out.
So I was trying to think like which
one
pineapple
was the
signifies
pineapple.
Jody Fanetto. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, so that came out.
Look
Shout
what
out
you're
to
doing
them.
with your time, Afam. Look what you're doing with your time.
Know, bro.
Look.
I know. So, but I think the thing that came out this week that really caught my attention was the press play project.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, Press Play have had this initiative where they've been looking for the future in terms of women in the music industry. I think they're looking for upcoming girls to kind of, I think they want to like form them into like a musical group, something similar to, what we've seen with Sauti Soul, because this is a Soul Generation production. And yeah, I think it's dope though. It's like a revitalized type of Project Fame, where it's just like discovering
I like
new
seeing
talents
that, like
and
looking at artist development and all that business. Like I think like we've thought about it, like that's something that we'd like to see more. So it's cool to see that being done.
Yeah, and I think it's been a very like wholesome process, because I think the artists have gone through camps, writing camps, camps where they learn about music branding, marketing, how to kind of position yourself in the music industry.
Yeah, they've had
this type
vocal
of stuff,
coaches and whatnot, and all that business.
Vocal coaches.
It's cool.
So I think it's a really dope project. So shout out to the people at Soul Gen for putting that together. And so I feel like one of the culminations of this project was releasing an EP, of which I can see they have.
Great observation.
And
it's called
thank you.
Soul Fest Edition.
I'm so observant, man. Nothing passes by me. So the artists in question, Young Dana, Witty, Wakesho, Lukundo, Juanita, and Bakita. I've actually met Bakita. Bakita is fire. Yeah. She's really fire. But yeah, Sam, what did you think of the project?
It was cool. It was interesting. I don't want to be a critic.
Primarily produced by your namesake.
I don't know why you spinning this narrative, Afam. You shouldn't be spinning narratives.
I said your namesake.
I said
your namesake.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Unnecessary.
That's a fact. He's your namesake.
Okay,
he's called Sam. You're called Sam. That's a fact.
He did a lot of production on this.
Sam.
No. Now you're going to act like you don't know what's going on and make me look like I'm a fool. But yeah, so it was cool. Okay, how do I say this without, because I don't want to sound like I'm putting the thing down, but like, okay, let me just be real. I thought that I thought it would have a more in terms of the sound. I do feel like some of the sound maybe it's not as current as I would have liked it. let me take you completely
Okay.
all the way out of it, right? So
Yeah, because me personally,
okay,
me, I
let me
was
not say
fucking with it.
as I would have liked it. It didn't sound like what I expected it to sound, so it's my expectations that are the problem. But there's some cool songs, and it's just cool seeing them showcase. Of course, this is the first time we're seeing them on songs, so that's, I mean, we can't judge off
But
that one.
for me, bro, I expected this from that, because like, bro, it's Soul Gen.
Yeah.
Like, I expected this sound from
Yeah,
Soul
if you think
Gen.
about it that way,
So
yeah,
so
it's a very Soul
me,
Generation-y.
I was like, okay, like I know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect them to hop on like more choppy R&B
or I'm a
songs.
piano.
Like, it was gonna be more, it was gonna be more like the Soul Gen
that
sound. So for that,
which
I was
makes
like,
sense.
okay, I already know what to expect. But I thought Hendrik Sam did a good job. I don't know if he produced all of the songs, but he produced most of them for sure. So I think he did a good job. And shout out to the artists. I mean, they're new in the industry, like, for the most part. I know Juanita and Bakita already have like
songs
like
out.
Especially Juanita, she has that song that went viral. Well, he's for everybody. Anyway, so Juanita had that song that went viral.
Yeah.
So shout out to
it'd
her.
be interesting seeing it'd be interesting seeing how, like, what else they put out, and like like watching, because we, unfortunately, we are on the other side of it, so we're on this side of it, so we have to watch the program unfold and figure out what they're planning to do.
I think the hope is for them to eventually form a girl group. But I don't know. It's hard because I feel like some of them are like now Juanita, for like, no, let me not speculate. But like, I mean, she's got the block hot. She's got the block hot already, like with the hit song. So it might be hard to like be like, yo. But anyway, that's just what I'm thinking.
And to see,
at the end of the day, this is a big win for them.
Yeah,
this is a big win for them,
a big look.
And
it's a big look too.
Yeah, and a big look as well. Sam, I just want to say my favorite song, coincidentally, was the one by Juanita. I think I really enjoyed listening to Territory. That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
And then I also really liked Decline with Wakesho. Those are my two faves.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Those are my two faves.
Just
how about you?
Random, by the way, I just realized that Soul Generation has a Christmas EP, but that was 2021. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Listen. Get the bag, get the Christmas bag,
so.
man. Listen, smart.
Yeah. I don't know if I had a
What was your favorite?
I liked all of them equally. Can I say that? Is that a cop out?
You didn't like
it was cool.
The Juanita one?
This for me, I wasn't like looking to pick like one I liked. I was just looking to listen to see what they are offering. I know, and that's boring, and that's so scientific, and it's fun. That's where I went, because
no, that's fair. That's fair.
These guys are. I mean, it's the girls. Sorry, they're. It's like, unfortunately, my brain maybe is linear like that, where it's a project and all that. So I'm treating this as a project. Maybe I need to break hold and actually listen to the music and try and get into it and all that stuff. But I did like that. They're cool. It's just interesting seeing what they bring to the table in their different styles. There's some rapping on there, singing and all that stuff. So of course there's singing and rapping. Those are the two things.
These are the names for the future, Sam. These are the names for the future. They're gonna be the future, like very big.
But I liked all of them.
I
liked all of them equally. It's a cool product.
But yeah, I mean, and in light of that, just highlighting new artists, new music, and just the future in general, I think it would be good to play a song from the project. And if you would allow me, I would really, really love to play the song Territory. Which, by the way, I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, well, these are some very bold lyrics.
That's the song you've that's the one you've chosen. So this
yeah. No, I like it. I was like, yo, go you, Juanita.
It's a little risky.
Yeah, I was like, bro, go you, risky. Man. So it's dope. I like it, man. Like, I love it. So here is Territory by Juanita and Soul Generation.
This is Hendrik Sam.
Makeup on your bedsheets, hickeys and promise rings. No, it's not jealousy, it's gold marking my territory. Plenty fish under the sea, there's only one I need. My panties on your seat, it's gold marking my territory. What did you do? I used to be calm, collected and cool. Right now I'm acting a fool. Stuck on you, you don't have a clue. This must be some kind of juju, juju, juju. And you're on my lips just like a tattoo. Voodoo, voodoo. I wanna kiss you and leave you go see. I wanna write my name on your body, but walk around in your hoodies, hoodie. The leg in your money. This must be some kind of juju, this must be some kind of la da da da. Tell the boys you may not be on time. Tell the neighbors to turn your Mazda this time. Tell the girls they better get in line. Tell the world that you're already mine. Makeup on your bedsheet, hickeys and promise rings. Or no, it's not jealousy, marking my territory. Plenty fish under the sea. There's only one I need. My panties on your seat. It's good marking my territory. What did you do? I used to be calm, collected and cool. Right now I'm acting a fool. Stuck on you, you don't have a clue. This must be some kind of juju, juju, juju. And you're on my lips just like a tattoo. Voodoo, voodoo. I wanna kiss you and leave you go see. I wanna write my name on your body. Walk around in your hoodies, hoodie. The leg in your money. I wanna write my name.
So that was Territory by Juanita and Soul Generation. Shout out to you guys, and onwards and upwards. I hope all of you are super successful in your future careers. Sam, speaking of careers, this year we started a podcast, and it's crazy. At this time last year, Sam, at this exact time, we were conceptualizing the idea of what the 30% podcast would be. And it's crazy to think how far 57 episodes has brought us. Like, we've done so many things. Sam, if we even we've gone to so many events,
we've said a lot of things,
so many people, we've listened to so many music and discovered music that we maybe would not have listened to if we weren't doing this podcast. And the funny thing is, I'll be completely transparent. Me and Sam over here, like, we were like, wait, this is the last episode of the year. Like, I didn't think it was this one. I thought it was the next one that was going to be the last one. So
Merry Christmas to all you filthy animals. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, all you filthy animals, Merry Christmas. But yeah, Sam, I just want to...
But yeah, we forgot this will be the last one. How bad?
I just want to...
It's a lot going on. There's a lot of relaxing and resting going on.
It is. No, it's just because we may record an episode before the year ends, but it's not gonna come out. This year. So it's gonna probably come out at the top
confusing schedule,
which is what kind of messed up our our math. You know what I mean? So it's just it's just one of those things. Listen, shout out to you guys. Like, you have no idea how dope this whole experience has been. We've been on the papers. We've been on invited to so many events. Like, genuinely, we are recognized as press now, which is so weird and interesting. But it's all because you guys have stuck by us. You've listened to the music, to our podcast, and have just. Yeah, man.
It's cool, man. It's cool.
Super supportive.
It's cool. Shout out to, I mean, again, for me, it always blows my mind when, even with just music, when strangers make this a part of your Exactly. Yeah.
Your daily
Yeah.
or weekly
And
routine.
not only strangers, but also like people who we know. Like we have like really, what do you call it? Really steady supporters,
Yes.
family members who talk about the episodes and with us and all stuff. So that's really cool, man. We appreciate the support for real, for real. Yeah. Shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah. It's been a journey, man. And bro, just wanna shout out to like who do I want to shout out? I
Your
want to
mom
shout
and
out
God.
all the guests we've had on this podcast. My mom and God first,
Obviously.
or always, but all the guests we've had on this podcast. Philip Koth, Philo, shout out to you, man, for
Yeah.
coming on the podcast and vibing with us. Alfayo, thank you so much. Alfayo, part of Kipepeo, like, and also the reason
out.
why we were on the papers. Shout out to you. Maya Rivenberg, episode 30. Like, shout out to Maya, founder of Kipepeo. Who did we interview next? We interviewed the man, the myth, the legend, Antonio Soul.
Yeah.
Shout out to you for coming through and talking to the 30% Pod Boys.
30%
Ethan
Pod
Muziki
Boys.
and Kinoti, man.
Yeah, that was a good,
shout out to you
insightful
guys
episode.
that was so insightful. One of our most listened to podcasts, and just one of the podcasts that give us like the most visibility. So shout out to you guys for coming and hopping on with us. And lastly, but not least at all,
But not leastly.
Musioks. Yeah, not leastly. Musioks, the decimator himself. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
For coming through
that's
and talking
great.
to us.
That's cool, man. Definitely more in the plans, in the pipeline.
Store.
Yeah, there's more in
I don't
store.
like that word pipeline.
You don't like
Let's not use
pipeline? Yeah, I don't like pipeline either.
You know why I don't like pipeline.
I know why I don't like pipeline, and I don't like pipeline
Yeah.
for the same reason.
Yeah.
So I mean, we really
Look at us
appreciate
bonding over trauma.
trauma bonding.
Look at us
The
trauma
last
bonding.
episode
This
is
is such
trauma
an
bonding.
inside. This is such an inside joke. Like
This
people
is-
are like,
yeah,
"What?" Anyway, I'm so
honestly
sorry,
I don't
guys.
feel
I'm
I don't
so
feel
sorry.
comfortable making these inside jokes outside. Like we should keep our inside jokes inside.
Oh yeah,
No, but
that's
you have to
actually
trauma
true.
bond, man. That's you
Yeah.
have to. Why not? We have a
So for
platform
the
to do
last
that.
time-
It's that exact reason is why we
That's
have
the
this
exact
platform.
reason.
Yep.
For the last time this year, I want to say thank you guys for listening to the 30% podcast. We started this show to highlight Kenyan music and put it on the pedestal that it deserves to be on.
Yep.
We are just but humble servants trying to
Humble
use this
servants
as
of
a
the people.
conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the people. Try to use this platform as a
Yeah.
conduit that can like make the Kenyan music actually just not even magnify it. The Kenyan music industry is already big within
Exactly.
itself. We just want to put a spotlight
Yeah,
on
and
it.
have important conversations.
Yeah.
I think that should be had in our very humble opinion. And
Yes.
just like because talking about it, they say in therapy, a problem shared is a problem half solved. So that's
bars. Bars.
it's really along that trauma bonding idea. But yeah, so I mean,
And guys-
it's really cool.
Yes.
We hope that it does something. At least it does something. It's not so that we can be recognized or anything like that, but it's we are honestly really passionate about the music industry.
Yes.
and hope to see it flourish. As it should. So
It will flourish. It
Yeah.
will flourish.
bold
And Sam,
prediction from Afam. The Kenyan music
Sam, this
industry
is
will
the
flourish. Okay, sorry.
This is the last episode of the year, and I made a huge blunder. I forgot to do the call outs in the beginning of
I was
the
just about
podcast. So I want to do them now.
Let's go.
Listen, you would think after a year of podcasting I was better at this, but I'm
Nope.
not. So,
Nope.
guys, you can find us on the 30% pod on social media. The social media in
Instagram.
question is Instagram,
Twitter, X,
X, TikTok,
Threads.
LinkedIn,
Threads is a
Threads.
thing. Threads.
and that's about it. And you
Yes.
can listen to the podcast on YouTube. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify. You can listen to
Spotify.
the podcast on
Apple
Apple Podcasts,
Podcasts.
on Anchor Podcast,
And
as
Google
well
Podcasts.
as Google Podcasts, which will be
Yeah.
obsolete in a few. And guys,
They're taking
like
a
we
long time
said-
to become obsolete, honestly.
yeah, they are taking a long time, but they'll do it. When
Okay,
Google says they'll
don't
do it, they'll
predict
do it.
the extinction of a company. Anyways, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
let's
guys.
stop.
And bro, catch you in 2024,
Yep.
episode number 58.
I already feel like we're already halfway through 2024. I think it just happens at the end of the year. The next year
Yeah.
feels like it's already here.
It's already here essentially. So guys, we'll see you
Episode
guys then,
58.
and yeah, we out.
Outside. Bye.